Cheng joining us, producer from Omni TV. You've been busy. This is your time.
Oh, it's been busy. It's like the Christmas holidays, except you still got to go to work.
Right.
So yeah, so you see a lot of family and friends, and then you got to go to work the next day. But it's been a fun time though.
Well, you're here to enlighten us about the traditions when it comes to Chinese New Year. Let's talk about the idea of money and the finances and being in debt at this time of year. What is the story surrounding that?
Well, you know, it's split. You know, like there's some people who say that you should pay your debts before the new year, and in a way it makes sense because who wants to start off the new year on the wrong side of the ledger, right? But you know, I've done some research with my own family and with my staff at Omni. You know, really not a big deal. Maybe back in the day it might have been a big deal, but I mean nowadays, you know, really, it's life goes on, and you know. If anything, this is the time of year where you actually incur debt because you're paying a lot of money for food and you got to give out red pockets, which have money inside. So that one, it kind of makes sense, but actually not a true tradition.
Right, everybody wants to be flush if they could be. I know that everybody loves this time of year because of the food. You feast. Talk about some of the traditions and why they exist.
Yeah, we feast a lot. So the theme of the party is abundance, right? But every dish that you serve actually has a meaning or a significance behind it. Depending on where you're from in China, you may eat different foods, but definitely a staple is a chicken. Whole chicken, yeah. You gotta have the head and the rear end. And the reason behind that is because the head and the rear end signifies a beginning and an end. And so it represents wholeness, and so your family's unified, it's not fragmented throughout the year. Another staple is fish. That's very important because the word for fish actually sounds like the word for abundance as well, right? So you eat fish, it's kind of like representative of, okay, I had fish on New Year's Day. That means for the next 365 days of this year, I'm going to have more than enough for my family to get by.
Right.
Now, Doug is actually an angel, so you don't really have to worry about this one, but the idea of refraining from the use of foul language during this time.
You haven't talked to my mom, have you?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so definitely do not use foul language, especially on New Year's Day. You know, first of all, it's rude, but most important of all, if you say a bad word, it's like bring misfortune on yourself, right? Because you know it's a happy time of year. You want to be positive, and so you don't want to bring that negativity, that vibe into the new year. And so superstition says if you bring that vibe with your language, it's going to follow you throughout the year.
There are two superstitions or traditions that I've heard of, and fact or fiction. One is that you need to clean your home a certain way so that you sweep everything out the front door, and the other is you're not supposed to use sharp knives.
You know, there's some truth to both actually. Okay. So you're supposed to clean your house right before New Year's Day. So it's kind of like cleaning out your bad fortune before you ring in the new year. Okay. You can't clean your house though on New Year's Day. I forget the exact day. I think it's like after the 5th day of the new year, you can start cleaning your house, but you have to sort of like, you know, keep the dust in the house before you throw it out, because it's like, it's ironic. If you clean your house before New Year's, it's cleaning out the bad fortune. If you clean it after, it's like cleaning out the good fortune.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, you know, it's kind of, it doesn't really jive, but it's a superstition that's lasted for generations, and some people still adhere to it. As for the knives, yeah, it's true. On New Year's Day, you don't want to cut or chop anything because it's like chopping off your good luck for the year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
To close this out, what are the deals with the celebrations happening this weekend and the coverage?
Yeah, so big parade in Chinatown this weekend, starting at 11 at Chinatown. Omni will be there with a big street team to be a part of it, and as well on our station we have a Chinese New Year special where we're going to talk about the Year of the Snake and some of these traditions and superstitions on 8:30 on Sunday.
Good, we'll look forward to that. Thanks for being with us, Doug.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Hey, you know what time it is? It's time for Entertainment City with Thor.